So as you can see, I am no stranger when it comes to getting tattoos. I have over 60% of my body already covered in ink, and eventually I will be fully covered in tattoos, with the only exception being my face, being the only area that I just have no intention on tattooing. But literally everything else on my body is up for grabs in terms of being touched by the needle. Now, with all that being said, there are a couple areas on my body that I am absolutely terrified to get tattooed. And when I say terrified, it's more than just pain. Some of these areas I've already had tattooed but still need to tattoo them again, and other areas are obviously areas that I have yet to get tattooed, and I've just been pushing it off. Now, I also want to hear from you. What are the 3 areas on your body that you are most terrified to get tattooed, and why? So the first area I'm going to start off with is one that is just straight pain all the way through, and I am terrified thinking about having to do this area again, and that is the foot. But I am talking full coverage. I'm not talking about something on the side of the foot, top of the foot, because I know some people in the comments are going to say that, be like, oh, the foot doesn't hurt that much. No, I'm talking full coverage, like what I did previously with like kind of the webbing, toes, even the back of the foot done as well. This is just straight pain all the way through, and I remember the pain like it was yesterday. From the moment it touches the skin, it does not lighten up at all. It only continues to get worse and worse and worse. And whenever somebody asks me about the foot, how is it? I usually have nothing good to say about it. And everybody that I've talked to that has the foot done as well, they usually have the same reaction as me.
Most painful spot, the feet.
Tops of my feet, I hated, yeah.
Not a single person can sit through getting their toes tattooed.
I'm sweating and I'm shaking. We can take a break after this, right?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Like, this is probably one area on the body that I've had tattooed that has left me the most traumatized, and it sucks that I'm gonna have to do this again. Now, I know you're looking at me and thinking, Justin, if it's so bad, why do you want to do the other one? And to that I say, it's an absolute must. You gotta do the foot if you do and plan on doing a leg sleeve, because it just makes the look so much better. It looks more complete, and again, it's just a must in my eyes. And to anybody thinking about doing a leg sleeve, I highly recommend you think about including the foot as well. It's gonna suck, but trust me when I say you're going to thank me. It's going to look a lot better than just having kind of a cut off at the ankle. Oh God, I am seriously not looking forward to doing the foot, and hopefully that is like the last area on my leg that we do. Now, the second area that I am terrified to get tattooed is going to be my neck, and this is for a couple of reasons. First, obviously, is the pain. Usually when you talk to somebody that has the neck done, they don't have anything good to say about it. It's a very tender area. You're in a very odd position with the hand kind of on the neck the whole time, so it's a little harder to breathe. And also, I have a huge Adam's apple, so that's just going to make for no more fun than what I'm already in store for. But the reason why I am most terrified to get the neck done is because of how I will look at myself. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And, you know, the neck is an area that you will always see when you look at yourself in the mirror, or you kind of see yourself in pictures, and it's going to be something that you kind of judge yourself a lot on in terms of how you look physically. And there has been no design that I have come across, and I have thought long and hard about what I want to put there, that I have said, yep, I am 100% okay with that and putting that on my body. Now, I do kind of seeing it in terms of how the hands are. Like, once you get it done once, then you really don't care about it anymore and you get used to it. But I've also kind of shot myself in the foot a little bit with kind of how my chest design is and how I'm going to be able to blend 1 and 2 together. And also in terms of how, you know, my physical attributes of like the ear, like, you know, they're on the side of my head. I don't really have any space to kind of tuck it in. So I feel that may look a little bit different than when you usually see other people with like kind of full neck pieces. So all that coming into one has just really made me kind of terrified to get this area done. Not saying I'm not going to get it done. I really want to get it done, but I am kind of really nervous to get this area done, like nervous. So at number 3, we have these guys right here, the fingers, or at least what I have left of them. Now, it is a little bit about the pain. I'm not looking forward to that. I am a little scared about that because I know for myself, as you start working your way down more or up more, the fingers, they start to get a lot more painful, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with dealing with the pain. I am more terrified on how they will look down the road and how they will heal. I have seen many fingers done and they just do not look the greatest once they are healed and after a couple of years. Yes, they look sick once they are fresh and maybe after a year or two with touch-ups in between, but you know, I'm just terrified to see if that's going to happen to me as well. I always love seeing my tattoos look as crisp as possible, and I know, yes, that's a tattoo's lifespan. You know, they will start to fade out and look a little bit worse as time goes on, but it is just so much more apparent in the fingers from what I've seen. Now, I will say I have been in the talks with an artist about doing my fingers, and that is going to come in the near future, so make sure you're here for that. But again, I'd be lying to say to you guys if I wasn't a little bit scared and terrified to get the fingers done. So with number 4 for areas that I am just terrified to get tattooed, and I'm going to kind of group a couple of these into one because they are in a very general area. and that is going to be the back of the knee along with the back of the thigh and inner thigh as well. These areas suck, guys, and there's no sugarcoating it. They hurt like a motherfucker. It's just straight pain all the way through. I even had a buddy that was getting his leg done, and he had one of those areas, and he actually had to tap out for the day because it was just too much for him. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I really am not. Now, so far we have been talking about things that I am terrified and scared to do, but I want to take a quick moment to talk about something that I used to hate doing and was terrified to do, but now I do it with absolute ease. And that is trimming my guys down there. Before, I always used to be terrified about cutting myself, but no more worrying about nicks or cuts, because when you use the Lawnmower 5.0, all your worries go away. And this trimmer is brought to you by Manscaped, a world-leading brand in men's grooming and hygiene, and are today's video sponsor. Now, I have been a proud Manscaped user for the last 2 years, and I am telling you, using the Lawnmower 5.0 along with many of their other awesome products in their lineup will forever change the way you take care of yourself, especially down there. I've said it before and I will keep saying it, and even my cousin who has bought the Lawnmower 5.0 has said it himself. It is almost impossible to have anything happen down there. This tool just works that good. Literally, guys, it makes everything super easy, and it'll give you one of the best trims you will ever get down there. Just ask my buddy Anthony, who got it for himself too. His wife loves it, and he loves everything about her loving it. Love you, Anth. Now, I will be flying back to France in a couple of weeks, and this trimmer, along with a couple other great products, are definitely coming along with me on my trip. Last year, I brought the 4.0, and this year, I am going to be packing the 5.0 because this just covers every single basis. One tool is all I'm going to literally need. Now, I definitely recommend you guys go ahead and check out this tool for yourself, but all the other amazing tools and packages that Manscaped has to offer by going to manscaped.com and using the code INK, that is INKED, for 20% off and free shipping. And like this video and all the things that I'm terrified about doing, trimming down there is not one of them, and that is because of Manscaped and their great, awesome products. But now let's go ahead and talk about things that I am terrified to do again. Now, at number 5, we have an area that includes all of the fears of tattoo longevity, pain, and how I will look at myself, and that is tattooing the palms of my hand. Now, I have heard from multiple people that this is one of the most painful areas to get done, and I mean, for a good reason. Just go ahead and scratch the palm of your hand with your nail, and you will already feel sensations and maybe a little bit of pain. Now, imagine a needle going ahead and doing that. It doesn't sound all the greatest, but also, because the hand or the palm of the hand doesn't hold ink all that well, you got to go very slow with when you're tattooing it, and more than often, you got to go ahead and get a touch-up or two done as well to really kind of solid those lines up, and it's just more pain than you really need or have to go through. So all that sucks, but also why I'm really kind of scared and terrified to get this area done is because of how it looks. Now, I like how my hand looks, where you have the top of it covered in tattoos and then the palm is blank. It kind of looks fresh and nice. When I see people do their palms, sometimes I look at it and think it is a little dirty. More than often, usually their palm hasn't healed the greatest, so it looks very blotchy, and that's why I think about it like that. But yeah. Now, the next area that I am terrified to get tattooed is gonna be the bottom of the foot. I'm absolutely terrified to get this tattoo, and I'm going to share a little story on why I'm so scared to get this done. Now, not too long ago, I had a sliver in the bottom of my foot. I couldn't get it out, so I had asked my dad to help get it out for me. He ended up getting tweezers and like a needle to kind of break the skin a little bit, and then go ahead and try to get this little thing out. This thing was literally like the smallest thing you could ever have, but the whole time I was just in an immense amount of pain. I was sweating the whole time. I was pulling my foot back, and the whole time I was thinking, how the hell can I get a tattoo on the bottom of my foot with a needle going into it when I can't even deal with this? So after that moment, I was absolutely terrified to go ahead and think about getting the bottom of my foot tattooed. Thankfully, though, this doesn't carry along the same fears of, how it heals, or, how I'll look at myself like that the palm did, because I'm not going to see this area done, and this is more just to say I kind of got the area done and I have it. Now, number 7 is one that I am just beyond terrified to get tattooed. Like, I think I'm going to push this off until the last area that I need to get done, and that is the stomach. I cannot tell you how scared I am to get this area done, and for a couple of reasons. One, it's a very large area, it's a very tender and sensitive area, and also I have talked to a lot of people that have had their stomach done, and some of them have put the stomach above the foot. Knowing that just it just scares the living shit out of me and makes me sick to my stomach to think about getting done. So yeah, no, it's not going to be a fun area to get the stomach tattooed, but there's one particular area on the stomach that I am so terrified to get tattooed that it actually gets its own spot on today's videos list at number 8. And that is going to be the belly button. And funny thing enough is this actually kind of got overlooked by me for the longest time until I came across a video of somebody blacking out their belly button. And I thought right away, holy fuck, that must kill. And then I went ahead, grabbed my finger, and I just stuck it in my belly button to kind of get a feeling. And I already started feeling things all over in different places of pain. I felt a pain in my groin, in the back of my back. It was just weird. I don't know if that maybe you feel that too, but right away I thought, holy shit, if I'm feeling that with just kind of putting a little bit of pressure with my finger, imagine a needle. And then yeah, right away after that, I just started quivering thinking about getting that done. And to anybody thinking maybe I can skip this spot, maybe not do my belly button, no, I have the same viewpoint on like how you do kind of the nipples with the chest piece. If you gotta black it out and you gotta fill it in, then do it. And more than likely, I am definitely gonna have to black out my belly button. So, oh, like already you can hear the quiver in my voice. No, I'm not looking forward to it whatsoever. And at number 9, we have the head, and this includes all the fears that I've already mentioned in today's video. It is straight bone, as you can hear, so that is going to be very painful. I had the back of my head done, and as you move to the areas that have bone on it, it does get very painful and very spicy. But more than anything, and like I've mentioned already, it is the design and being in a very visible area. And also this area is one that I feel kind of put you in a new category in terms of being tattooed and covered. I don't know if I'm ready for that or ready to make that leap yet. It's a very different look. Also too, design, I don't really know what I'm gonna fucking put there. I've really thought hard about it and I still don't know. Now, there are a couple honorable mentions that I do want to list just because I already have these areas done, so I'm not really terrified to get them anymore. But if I didn't have them done or if I had to redo them again by some chance, then yeah, for sure, you know, I'm going to be quivering and thinking about getting them done. So the first one is going to be the inner bicep. Probably the most painful area on the arm. I remember after I got this one done, I walked into this session super scared to get it done. And I am just so glad that I have both of mine done now. Second honorable mention is the ass cheeks. I am so thankful that I have both of mine done now. It probably ties the foot for most painful area that I have tattooed on my body currently. And like, I really would not want to do my ass cheeks again if I had the opportunity or I had to do them again. No, they're done with. And the third honorable mention I got for you is going to be the nipples. Yes, it's what people make it out to be. It is very painful. And the only saving grace of doing your nipple is it is a very fast tattooed area to get done. It's pretty much a couple minutes and then it's done with. But those leading minutes up to it, you're going to be sweating and you're going to be shaking. Now, if you're curious to see how my first time going to France was, then go ahead and check out this video of me blasting my chest and getting my nipples done as well. See you guys there. Like always, Justin out. Later, guys.